August 24, 2026. This is the S&P 500 E Futures Mini on 2002 chart using NinjaTrader 8. This is what the chart looked like today. Stopping a little early. There wasn't much economic data coming out to really move the market. It was quite choppy kind of throughout the day. And lately, the whole market itself has been kind of choppy. We get into the trades right now. I did take one trade and it was profitable. I've also been trading the NQ more than I've been trading the ES just because I think I'm finding more opportunities better in the NQ lately than the ES. Anyways, this is the pre-market. It's like a spike up, push down, has a big push down here. It's really choppy here. It looks like it's almost range bound right on the open. It pushes up, pushes back down. I thought there might have been a support here. It does bounce here, but there's no setup to justify taking anything right here. So it looks like it pushes back up and it flushes down. I thought it might have been in a range, not a range, a channel coming down here. But again, there's no real clean setup here. So this is just telling me to sit back and wait. It pushes back up, pushes down, makes a new low of day. Overall, the day has been kind of muted, not too exciting on this Monday. There is I think the Secretary of the Treasury is going to come out and say some things at around 11 o'clock, I think. And essentially, there was like a trade dispute or a trade where tariffing or Canada were in trade conflict with them now or something. And anyways, it didn't really result in anything that crazy today. But maybe it will at 11, but I'm not going to trade that anymore. Prices push down, reverses back up, and moves up this channel. Technically, if a first entry short, second entry short, I was looking for a lower high. Get a lower high here, but the previous candles make me a little bit unsure that it was actually going to press down, but this lower high would have worked. It's just in real time, I just didn't like it. It reverses back up. It looks like it's hitting this resistance. So localized low, first entry short. Technically, you have a second entry short. It's an inside bar here. Then you kind of have a lower high, but this is a terrible looking candle. So again, I'm just being more conservative. Didn't really like anything here. Pushes up and then reverses down, break, pushes down. You got these two dojis, nothing here. Starts moving sideways. Kind of looks like it's in a range. When I look at this in real time, it almost appears like it's in a range. EMA isn't very helpful today. It's not reliable as a support or a resistance because as you can see, it's giving you a general idea of what the prices are doing. And for the most part, it's just sideways because it's not acting as a key entry point. So, and on top of that, if it's acting as a key entry point, it'd be great if it was in conjunction with some kind of trend. But right now, this is just noise. If you're very aggressive and you're just really looking at a candle by candle, really micro moves, maybe there's trades here, but I've kind of learned to stay away from that because it's bitten me in the past. Looking for a little bit more easier, more obvious setups. Granted, if I was more experienced, maybe the setups would be more obvious, but at least I'm not there yet, so I'm smart enough to know that I don't know. Prices move sideways. A failed breakout here, lower, a high, excuse me, breaks out. There's a high here. It's a first entry long, pullback, second entry long. I was debating whether to mark this as time. Now, I'm not that sure when I see this in real time. Well, I see this and then this occurs. This doji here in real time doesn't give me any clue to go for a long. If anything, it's giving me a clue to go short. So I'm thinking maybe there's going to be a setup to go short because I see a failed breakout here. Could be a potential failed breakout here. So I'm just waiting. And then when it reverses like this, it's hard for me to think, okay, first entry long pullback, second entry long, completely reverse my thinking and prices are going to continue moving up. Because keep in mind, I was thinking this might be some kind of range. It's not the cleanest range, but that's what I was thinking at the time. That might have hurt me if there was actual good trade here, but it left a little bit of ambiguity here. So when I do see this, I'm looking for a higher low confirmation. And unfortunately, the higher low never shows up till here. But this higher low isn't very valid anymore because prices already moved and broke the previous high. The higher low needed to show up here without this big candle here. Show up here with giving me enough room for the 6-tick scalp that I'm always looking for. Then presses up, pushes down. First entry long pullback. Technically, you have a second entry long here, but it's a terrible signal bar. Pushes up, flushes back down. Again, I just look to the left. And to me, yes, there might have been two big legs up. Maybe on a higher time frame, there might have been a setup, but from what I'm working at, it doesn't look like there's anything here for me. Pushes back to the low, reverses back up. Technically, if a first entry short, second entry short by the technical count, but it looks like it's just one big leg. Now here, it looks like a first entry long, pullback, second entry long. Second entry long, unfortunately, I didn't have this yellow up channel established yet, so I can't use this yellow channel as a support or as a key entry point. It is second entry, so I'm looking for a higher low. Ideally, in the next couple candles, I want to see a higher low that gives me enough room that I don't have to really worry about if this is going to act as some kind of resistance like it did in the past. And unfortunately, it just flushes back up. So seeing this, no FOMO. I didn't actually feel any FOMO because I had no idea it was going to do that, like this big move. And certainly, I'm not going to try to enter like on the next candle right above here, because then you'd be asking for prices to come all the way back down, pick me up, and then move all the way back up. Plus, this is technically already made a new high, so now there's nothing here for me. Starts pressing up. Now I do establish this yellow up channel. It has been adjusted slightly. It touched a little bit better before, but I've adjusted it. So it looks like it's moving up this pretty nicely. It looks like it's one leg down, pullback, second leg down. This actually sets up for the only trade that I took. See if I can. So it looks like it's going to the high. This looks like it's coming into support. Looks like it was one leg down, which I drew with this measured move here. So I see one leg down, pullback, second leg down, bounces here. This was a really tiny candle. This is only like 5 ticks. I will admit this is risky because all 3 candles, even the one that I entered on, is inside to this guy. It looked like it was 2 legs down. EMA is kind of acting like support. There's no violation of candles below and through it. And it looked like it was potentially moving back into this yellow up channel, which I believe was holding. It looks like a spike in a channel. It is aggressive though, because it does look like 2 legs down, measured move made. I like when I was watching this because it's only a 6-tick risk. Well, more than 6 ticks because my stop's actually below this guy. It looked like it was starting to gear and move back up. So open, push down, flushes up. As soon as it broke above this double high, I said, and the tick count, which is right now for whatever the current candle is, it was running out of steam. So I decided to enter 1 tick above. I got the fill. I didn't have to wait too long in this candle, and I got my 6-tick scalp. So it looked like it's 2 clean legs down. And the other thing that I liked was this is a second entry long and technically a higher low because it did break below this guy and then push back up. So those are the things that I liked going for this setup. It is a little more aggressive though. And then it just creates these like piano keys, which I always try to stay away from because it's just taking back the whole move of the previous candle and just choppy and noisy. Pushes up. Now this is a more clean, deliberate break out and push back in, but this also broke below the EMA. So even though this happened in real time, there's no clean setup here. And if there was a setup coming up, I would take into consideration what's really going on here because a different channel doesn't quite fit as nice. So there was something I was playing with, like something like this previously, because I like that it was touching here. For the most part, confirming here. The thing I didn't like about this, which I deleted since then, is it really only confirms right here. And it kind of discounts these touches here. So I actually like the original yellow one that I had, even though it had a fail breakout here. Then it presses up, first entry long pullback, second entry long failure. The thing I didn't like about trying to take a failure is maybe there's a support here. So I didn't think I had enough information to justify a trade here. Pushes down. I thought it might have been moving in this orange down channel, then reverses back up. Technically is a low here, first entry short, pullback, second entry short. Then you have a lower high here. I thought this might have been a possible trade because it is choppy. I was seeing one leg down, almost like 2 legs up here, and I was expecting another leg down the size of this guy. So I was thinking maybe it's going to create another leg down to about right here, which it did, but you don't know that in real time. But what I liked about this, and I thought it was a possible trade, is I've adjusted this channel since then, but it looked like it's two legs up, and it's like first entry short, second entry short, and then this lower high, enough room to scalp out with 6 ticks. So I thought this might have been a possible trade. I didn't take it though, and prices started to continue flushing down. And I started the recording about here, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen now. Certainly around 11 o'clock in about 15 minutes. I don't really know, since the Secretary of Treasury is going to come out and say some things. I don't really know what's going to happen. My take is he's just going to say a lot of stuff that we've already heard in the news, that we're going to impose more economic stuff on Iran, which I don't know if it's really going to it's going to affect them at all, because they've already been, I think we're already hammering them with that. But maybe he reveals some other, I don't know, uh, I guess, yeah, not another probably issue that they're having with other countries, which might cause the market to drop some more. But I'm not going to stick around for that. So I've been noticing, and I mentioned it earlier, that for the strategy and trading, it seems like the NQ lately, at least during the summer months in the last few weeks, has been easier. I wouldn't say to read because the strategy is the same. It's just I find more opportunities for just trying to scalp out, and I've been scalping on that chart 5 points instead of just the 1.5 points here, because it does, the size and the ATR of those candles have been a lot more bigger. So looking to get like a 5 point scalp has been, in my opinion, just experience seems like it's a little easier. So if anybody else is also out there thinking like the ES lately has been kind of, maybe not today or yesterday, but just in general has been during the summer very slow, you should probably try to maybe take a look at the ES or the NQ. So hopefully that was helpful.